Hey, good morning, folks. Lone Coach Kelly here, coming to you with the next episode of North Coast Coffee Chats. We are part of North Coast Networking Group, and we're here to get to understand a little bit more about our members, their business, where they came from, and how their entrepreneur spirit has brought them into joining a networking group. So today we've got one of our newer members of the group, Chris Steensma, and Chris is an electrician. We're going to get to know a little bit more about his story today. And he's got his business, Lumiere Electric. So Chris, glad to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So you've been with the group now for what, about 2 months or so?
Yeah, or somewhere around there.
Okay, so about 2 months in. Had the luxury of having Chris come to my house and help out with an electrical problem that we were having in our kitchen. My wife was very happy about that. I could care less, but you know, she's the one cooking all day, so she needs the light, I guess. It made sense. But anyhow.
Don't let her hear that.
We have also at Top Tier been able to incorporate you into our business model as well as bringing you in to help out with some of our electric jobs. So, so far so good on that front. So, now, having known you and talked a couple of times, you come from a family of electricians.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, I originally learned the trade from my dad, who's an electrician.
Okay.
And my uncle's also an electrician. Right now, my cousin's an electrician. So I've kind of grown up doing it. Started real young, going to jobs with him and just tagging along and learning it. And then I started working for him full time when I was about 17 or 18, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you originally from?
I'm from San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah.
So native.
Yeah.
All right. What part did you grow up in?
I grew up in Solana Beach.
Okay.
Yeah. I was born in Palo Alto, actually, in Northern California, but I don't even remember living there.
Got it. So you moved here at a very young age.
Yeah.
And not a shabby place to grow up, Solana Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you go to high school?
I actually did a mix of independent study, charter school, homeschool, private school, public. I kind of did it all over the years.
What did you find was the most suited for your?
My favorite structure was with North Coast and Encinitas, so it's an independent study.
Okay.
So you basically would go in to take exams and such, but the actual education system was you just learning on a computer at home.
Got it.
Yeah.
And what made your parents move you into that, or did you choose to do that? Did you have multiple siblings, or?
No, I'm an only child,
Okay.
and I'm not sure is the short answer to that. Yeah, it's just, I guess, just willing to try different things and see what worked out best. So
Cool.
just tried it all.
All right. And so, assuming getting into the industry at a young age with a family already kind of in the industry, you went the trade route versus the college route, or did you do any time in college?
No college.
No college?
Just straight to working.
Okay. And so as a young 17-year-old getting into the working force in a trade, did you have any sort of formal electrical education, or was it just all trial by fire on the job?
More on the job, hands-on experience learning, and then I did some online schooling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you have to get any sort of licensing for your trade?
Yeah, C10 license.
C10? Okay. And that allows you just to do electric, or does that allow you to do anything other in the
Just electric.
construction?
It allows you to do, it's an electrical contracting license that allows you to do other aspects like solar. But yeah, it's specific to electrical.
Got it.
Anything electrical. It's pretty broad.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things that you need to do with electricity,
Yeah.
right? What are you finding in the world now? So how long have you been doing this? So
I've been
17?
doing my own business full-time for just under 2 years.
Okay.
But I've had the license since 2022.
Okay. And how old are you?
30.
You're 30. Okay, so you 13 years into your trade and 2 years now into your own business. How are you feeling about your transition to becoming an entrepreneur and a sole proprietor? How has that transition been for you so far?
It's been good. I've really enjoyed it. Honestly, it's awesome to be able to spend so much more time with the family and be flexible with my schedule.
Yeah.
Before the last path I was on with my work and career, it was just much more regimented, but it was also not very conducive to the little ones in our schedule, because I would be starting before they woke up, and then sometimes working after hours, working for myself after work, and then not really being back till they're in bed. So
Got it.
being able to make my own schedule and be available to the family more and then work around that has been really nice.
Yeah. Some of the luxuries with sole proprietorship and entrepreneurship is that you do dictate your own schedule. You can choose to take a job. You can choose to pass on a job. If a job is not conducive to your schedule, you can be like, yeah, I can do it, but only at these times. And that definitely allows you more flexibility and freedom for lifestyle and family. Now, you've got a few kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 4 kids.
4 kids.
Yep.
And age ranges?
The youngest is 4 months or 5 months now, and the oldest is 7.
7 to 5 months and 4.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, 6-year-old and 3-year-old as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That's busy work. That's a busy household.
It is.
And I think I understand that your wife is a part of the business as well.
Yep, that's correct.
And
yep.
so she's kind of the stay-at-home mom rock
Exactly.
behind the business.
Yep.
Right.
She helps with all the administrative and communication, as well as taking care of the kiddos in the home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what have you learned about yourself as an entrepreneur in the last 2 years, coming out of the working force, being an employee? How do you feel like you've grown into a professional?
It's been interesting growing from, like I was saying, that regimented schedule before. And in the beginning, I was just defaulting to, I just got to get out of the house and get to work first thing in the morning, but not necessarily having like a specific purpose or direction in doing it, but just that habit of, I got to get up early, I got to go to work, but not necessarily super intentional around it.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing that I've learned is just how to manage the schedule well and the customer relationships well and do it all intentionally while still not getting in this mindset of I have to go earn it and strive to get it and make it happen when it doesn't necessarily make sense to have that mindset for my style of work and being self-employed.
Got it. Now, you can do residential and commercial with your license.
Yes.
So you could do anything for anybody, basically, as it pertains to electrical. Where are you currently finding the most of your job opportunities coming from? Where are you seeing those?
It's all word of mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, we have done no marketing, so it's just all referrals from people we know, friends in the network and family, and then we'll do a job for somebody, and then they'll refer their sister or something, and then they go to their house, work for them, and then they know someone who owns a business who needs something. So
Yeah.
that's how it's spread.
Okay, that's great. The true successful entrepreneurs do tend to build their business from ground, right? Word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth, and then all of a sudden the word of mouth has grown so much that your brand has grown and evolved, and now the public can find you. And so I know, when I was pretty excited when you finished the job. I gave you a review, and you noticed. That's the kind of thing that a small business entrepreneur really, I think, thrives off of, is knowing that you're spreading the word, and that's really what NCCC is here to do, to help grow you and your business. Is being a referral partner and having access to my property management business and having 380 homes that we work with. We're always having issues, and electrical will always be a need for us to be able to farm business to. So I'm glad to have you in the group and get a chance to know a little bit more about you here today. Tell me a little bit about, what do you do outside of work? What are some of your family's fun hobbies and things that you guys like to get into?
We'll just take the kids to the park a lot of the time. Just go out and go scooter around a park, or go to a playground, or kick a soccer ball or something with them.
Yeah.
Or go to the beach, the pool, anything like that. Any outdoor activity we can take them outside to go do and enjoy is the go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your oldest getting into any sports at all?
They love soccer, but right now they're not currently doing sports, but they love playing with just any sort of sport toy. They've got the tennis rackets, lacrosse sticks, golf clubs, and
Nice.
soccer, football. They'll just play it around,
There you go. Cool. Yeah, as they get older, and obviously having 4 of them that close in age, they already have their built-in play buddies for the most part, right? So they can always find plenty of trouble to get into on their own. But being a dad of 3 sons, and as they get older, the the activities start to get a little bit more engaging and start to become a little bit more time committing to.
Yeah, I can
as well.
imagine.
Tell me about one of your biggest projects that you've done since you've started doing business for yourself.
Biggest project. Well, I would say just honestly, the biggest thing is just larger kitchen and bathroom remodels in homes, and then our ADUs being added to homes and properties. That's like the largest thing I've taken on. Other than, there's some large scale, like physically large commercial projects we've done, but the complexity of it is not that much. It's not that large of a project in the sense of the actual work behind it. It's just more repeating the same thing a lot of times over and over. But yeah, just larger kitchen remodels.
What are you seeing is, do you have a very repetitive task that you're seeing more and more of right now?
EV chargers is a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of EV chargers popping up.
What would be your average price roughly for the installation of an EV charger for somebody in their home?
It depends. Normally the minimum is $685 for an EV charger, and that doesn't include the charger itself, but all the other material that goes along with it. But it can go way up from there depending on the complexity and the distance from the main panel and all that. So.
Got it. And are you doing panel upgrades as well?
Yes, sometimes that's required as well with the EV chargers or with solar. Yeah.
And what is an average price of a panel upgrade look like? Just a standard, no real complicated matters or anything?
Yeah, average I would say probably $3,500 on average.
Okay. Seems to be fairly reasonable compared to years past. Doesn't seem like that cost has gone up too substantially.
Yeah.
I had built a garage, didn't build it, but had a garage on a rental property that I had owned, and it was kind of like a detached garage, and it didn't really have power. It had just a bunch of solar lights that would come on at night and whatnot. And when I put it up for sale, that was one of the big add-on features that I wanted to do to help make it more a lucrative property, was to channel power to that whole unit. And we had to trench pipe for we were almost like 350 feet worth of cable to run off the main panel from the house up to this thing, and then wired it all up and had a panel on the box. So that was about 3.5 years ago, and I think it cost me about that to get just the panel itself put on and stuff. So how often are you dealing with the city for permitting? Are you dealing with that much?
I would say once a month maybe, not super frequently.
Got it. Because I know that can be a bit of a headache and a hassle.
Yeah. I'd like to be dealing with it more, getting more panel upgrades on the schedule and going through that process and getting that nailed down and get a better flow with it. But yeah, I would say currently once a month maybe.
Got it. And are you working often with SDG&E on different things?
Just with, disconnects for the main panel upgrades. They'll just pick a date where they're going to disconnect the power, and then the panel will be replaced, and then they'll re-energize after inspection.
Got it. How many times have you been shocked?
120 volt, quite a few times. Pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone ever knock you on your ass?
No, I've never got anything too bad.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Still have your senses about you.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So, how'd you get the name?
Lumiere? Oh, my wife actually thought of the name originally. So it's French for the word light.
Got it.
And we just liked the name, sounded good, and it was kind of envisioned for what we're picturing with the company and like the whole mindset behind it. Yeah.
Cool. And where did you meet your wife?
I met her at church, actually, in a youth group.
Okay.
And we've known each other technically since I think she was 16, I was 17, around there. But we weren't really friends at that point. Didn't really have a relationship. I just knew who she was. And then started dating when I was 20, and then we got married at 21 and 20, and we just celebrated 9 years married this month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
One more year, and it's a big,
it's a big
number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You guys have been busy in 9 years.
Yep.
4 kids, starting a business.
Yes.
A lot of exciting things happening there. So your family's in the business. and they're local. Are you now in competition with your family, or how does that work out?
I guess you could say that. My dad is still doing electrical locally in San Diego, and we'll work together occasionally, actually, still. So depending on the size of the project or if it makes sense, it can be very helpful. He's been a huge resource to me and obviously like helped equip me. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now without him originally training me up and then continually just being a source that I can contact for the questions.
Yeah.
He's super helpful. I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, just kind of different vision ended up being the reason we decided, okay, this would probably be, my wife and I have a vision to scale and grow the business, and he's been doing it the way he's been doing it for 25, maybe 30 years now, and it's worked really well for him. And I don't think he's intending to change that and to scale it or wanting to grow that.
Got it.
So for those reasons, we're like, then maybe this would be a better option.
Yeah, find your own path that differs from his path. And
yeah, but we still communicate all the time and work together occasionally.
That's cool.
On projects.
And then you've got a cousin, you said.
Yes.
Is any family a part of your business, or?
Nope. My cousin is actually working for my dad right now. So he's been helping him out for the last few years, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about your vision for scale. What does that look like, and how do you see that playing out for you?
Having it play out is going to be a lot of figuring things out. There's so much I don't know and so much to learn in the process of doing that. Our vision right now currently is in the next 5 to 10 years, we'd like to have 7 trucks full time that we're keeping busy and employing, other electricians that are journeymen that are qualified to be doing the work independently and providing opportunities for them. And we'd like to have a residential division and a commercial division.
Got it. So kind of having this, you guys are qualified, you're doing this job, you guys are qualified, you're doing this job, and your trucks are running around town with Lumiere Electric plastered all over them. And cool. So you got into our group, I think, if I remember right, via Brooks.
Yep,
Rafi?
that's correct, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your connection to Brooks and how you ended up joining NCCC.
I actually met Brooks because I reached out to get graphics on my vehicle for the business. So he was able to get that taken care of right away. It was an awesome job. Really appreciated it. And then he was like, oh, well, while you're here, I actually have some electrical work that needs to be done. Would you want to take a look at this? And so I've done a few electrical projects for him at his shop since then.
Cool. And now is he, now being a referral partner and having shared business back and forth, is he able to incorporate you into some of his bigger signage projects when it comes to the electrical?
Yes, actually. I haven't helped with any new signage projects, but with service work, he's referred a few service jobs to me where a sign will have issues and then, they need somebody to come out and fix it. So
Got it. And nothing too big, nothing too small, so to speak, for you at this point?
Exactly. Yeah. There is some stuff that's too big currently because it's just me as a one-man team. So there's some jobs that I'll need to pass up on until I am able to scale, but definitely nothing too small.
Okay.
A lot of simple troubleshooting calls, throughout the week typically.
Got it. What's an average day look like for you right now in terms of projects?
Totally depends on the day. I mean, honestly, every day's different. Every project's different. So it could be a larger project where the whole week I'm working at this one location and then maybe taking on little emergency calls here or there. Or it can be just going troubleshooting 5 different jobs in one day, if it's smaller, simple projects like that. So.
Okay. And how are you finding your billing process? Like, we work with handymen, we work with plumbers, we work with roofers, we work with house cleaners, carpet cleaners. How are you trying to set your pricing model? Is it based on your hour, you have set an hourly rate for yourself, or is it based on a project?
Yes, that's a good question. I do have an hourly rate, like a minimum, and then my hourly after that. But whenever possible with projects, I'll try and not tie my time directly to, the income and see if we can bid it out or get on the same page about a price beforehand.
Good.
Yeah. But with anything troubleshooting, then it's hourly.
Okay. Yeah. Because you've got to spend time going there. You got to spend time proposing, troubleshooting, figuring it out, and then coming up with the solutions. And got it. What are some of your favorite electrical jobs, if there's one?
I really genuinely like doing it all and like doing it all different. You know, just having the opportunity where one day I can be doing a commercial space and doing some tenant improvement, or they're, you know, swapping out. Just the complexity and the change from job to job is something that I really enjoy. I like the fact that it's variety every day, and I've never done the same job twice, you know. Even if it's installing an EV charger, there's a lot of similarities from job to job, but it's every house is different, every electrical panel is different, the location they want is always different. So there's always something to figure out, which is fun.
Yeah, the troubleshooting and problem solving is always something that has made me thrive in my two businesses, and property management and mortgage. You're always there to try to solve someone's problem and fill someone's need to come up with a solution for that circumstance.
Question real quick from the guys in the booth here.
Yeah.
What is the craziest thing that you've ever seen that you had to go troubleshoot or fix, or crazy wiring or circuit breakers in that didn't belong, or what's the nuttiest, most fire hazard, explosive thing that you've ever had to fix?
Man, I wish I could remember. A lot of the times I will forget what the crazy jobs have been over the years, but the last one that was a fire hazard was just a gym that was burned down that I went and looked at that job and sent an estimate over to them. They had installed LED bulbs that are meant to be ballast bypassed, and they didn't bypass the ballast, and so that became a fire hazard. Eventually caught the light fixture on fire and then burnt the ceiling, and the whole gym's needed to be redone because of that one simple
Light bulb.
Simple mistake, yeah.
Wow.
How much do you think that one incident cost them? Just ballpark, if you had a guess.
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna say 30 grand, but I don't know. I could be off. It could be more than that.
One wrong light bulb that could do it to you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So like a lot of times when we take on a new property, I'll walk around a house and I'll see 15 different colors of electrical outlets and faceplates that don't match the actual receptacle. So when you come in, if I were to give you a work order to come in and swap out a whole house of electrical outlets to make them all match, are you shutting power down, or are you just going in and swapping the outlets?
Good question. I would say generally I always shut the power down if I can, because it's the safest way to do it. It's the right way to do it. But if there's people living in the home, or there's anything like a fridge or any medical supplies that need to stay on, then I'll accommodate that.
Got it.
You know.
Faster to do it when the power's off?
Yes, it is faster.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. I come across that on a pretty regular basis. We can assign some work out. I've always used handymen for that, but
yeah, we can
talk about opportunities there. Who in the group have you gotten to know as a power partner thus far?
I would say most people in the group are a great reference, because anybody owns a home that needs electrical, and they know somebody who has a home that needs electrical. So really anybody is a great potential customer or referral, but specifically, Dennis Smith with the real estate referrals there, with any inspection correction reports or change of ownership. And obviously you guys with Top Tier, that's a great connection with all those properties. You're gonna have the troubleshooting calls and the service work that needs to be done.
Yep. And
yeah, I mean, I'd have to think about it more to give you a better answer, but
all right,
most people would be able to refer effectively. Yeah. Oh, I did do a referral, with Haley referred me to a job down in La Mesa area where it was just a design. She, does the design. So there needed to be some new TVs installed, which ended up being Joe working on that. So I was installing outlets behind the TVs and such. So
cool. Yeah, I think we've had a couple of electricians over the years in the group. A couple of them have grown too big that they left us. Hopefully you're not that guy, but as you grow your business, you can start sending your people out, and you can still be a part of NCCC, and we'll get to grow together with you and your family and your business. But just off the top of my head, having been in the group for as long as I have, and having built the group, I believe that the group has a good number of power partners for you. I think the more time you invest in getting to know the people in the group, those relationships will flourish and the opportunities will become as fruitful as your hopes for them to become. People like Patty Jones, who does a lot of exterior landscape stuff, always working with electricity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dennis, of course, you already mentioned him. And then Joe Markowitz, who's always doing projects for people's home installation and surround sound, and he doesn't do electric. So, so that would be a good one for you too. And then, of course, we're gonna do our best to help you grow your business at Top Tier. We do believe in having good, solid relationships with our vendors, and know that we can see you every Thursday, and that level of trust just continues to grow. And that's kind of really, I think, what NCNG is all about, is building that community, that network, that relationship, helping each other grow business, and know that you've got somebody who can take care of any of those needs for you. How can the audience look you up and find ways to contact you for some job opportunities?
Yeah, you can find me at lumiere-electric.com for my website, and that has my email and my phone number on there. My phone number is 858-449-0585, and that's probably the best way to reach me, is text or call me at that number.
Okay. So no job too small so far, no job too big, but obviously looking to grow his business. So Chris at Lumiere Electric, our newest power partner at NCNG, and look forward to working with you, buddy. Great to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. This episode was brought to you by our partners at MaxLux Media and Rob Esposito, providing us this fantastic studio and all of his powerful editing to help our social media look fantastic. So, Rob, cheers to you, and cheers to you and your family and your new business.